describe your condition when it started, and how that journey kind of looked for you?
About 10 minutes.
Okay, I forgot it. Okay, 1999. Family doctor detected AFib on me. Yeah, she knows it's atrial fibrillation. Between 2000 and 2002, cardiologist did 3 cardioversions with no success.
Mm.
2003 to 2014, we went to Dr. K, which is, what's his name? What's his name?
Kosevich.
Who is highly recommended. He's from
Corasia.
Croatia, yeah, something like that. Electrophysiologist performed 3 ablations with no success. Dr. K passed away. I saw a new cardiologist who said I made the criteria to stop taking Coumadin. I had a stroke 5 days after stopping Coumadin. So it's the last time we saw that guy. Brain fog and memory loss started on the year 2020. 2021, I saw a neurologist for 6 months of testing and was told I have cognitive short-term memory loss due to the scar tissue around the stroke area. In 2024, we heard about Dr. Cliff through a mutual friend and contacted him for his brain reprogramming program. He introduced me to Thrive red light therapy. Here's my progress in 20 weeks of working with Dr. Cliff and Thrive.
Beautiful.
I had an EKG on March 1st, 2025. I'm still in AFib. The red light therapy has been effective in maintaining a better blood flow to my heart and more consistent pulse. I use the gut pad mainly on my back, where I injured it 2 years ago, also over my heart, which is in AFib. That's another story altogether. Foggy head. I will say that. I see this as being dramatically reduced. Marcia believes the fog is gone.
I do.
I use the Thrive system twice a day, 2 times on the head and back, and 2 times on the back and heart and the belly. Twice a day and night. And we're sold. Oh, there's one more page.
And which, if I can just ask there, which program do you use on the Sarah app?
Perform for Ed. Reform only.
Yes.
And then the end his.
Since the stroke, I would get a burst of pain in my head in the right rear section where the stroke was. After the first 10 weeks of using the headband, the bursts of pain have stopped.
Wow.
Completely.
And in the middle of all that, which isn't on here, is there we also be bursts of pain randomly for a day or 2 all over my head, both sides, front and back, up and down. They just would come and go, come and go, come and go. And that all stopped too.
Since the stroke, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all stopped.
It
And
didn't slow down.
timeline of that? Sorry, just to go back on that, the timeline of that. So you started using the Sarah for how long before the pain disappeared?
How long have we been using this? For
So
20
we've
weeks
been
now.
doing it for 20 weeks. So after 10 weeks, after 10 to 12 weeks, that is, and the burst of pains would come and go really quickly for him.
Yeah.
But now they're just completely gone. And he's had those ever since the scar tissue started growing back when he saw the neurologist.
Mhm.
So that's been, but 3-4
Yeah.
years he's been having that pain and it's gone. That's pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, and for my hernia, it's in my right side. I have a hernia scar from birth. I was a breech birth. I came out backwards and I do everything, and that left a scar on the right side.
No, they went in and did a hernia. You had a hernia, so they went in and fixed the hernia.
Right, they fixed the hernia like minutes after I was born.
Right.
And it was there, for the last 70 years, and now a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, it acted up and then it hurt for a couple of days, and then it went away. It's my brain, is doing its thing, saying, "Okay, there's a problem here." And then it went over to my left side for an hour, and then it went away. I guess my brain decided, well, let's see if the left side has the same thing going on, and it didn't, so it went away. I mean, this is amazing to me. I mean, I'm supposed to, okay, I got two more things, and then we can talk for real. Hernia. I have a hernia scar from birth that acts up every now and then, and since I'm using the outcome pad, hernia flares are gone. Dr. Cliff Saunders has given me a mountain of puzzles and games to play while using the Sarah Thrive systems to improve memory loss, which the whole thing is working great. That's the bottom line, as far as I'm concerned. Everything's working good, right?
We're very happy with the progress. I mean, it's not, the brain scar, the stroke scar is what we're trying to work through for the memory loss. That is the worst thing that he has, is his short-term memory loss.
But I think that's gone too, because for the last year or so, I've been trying I've been working on touching my toes, standing up. I'm working out now that I'm retired, and I want to bend over and touch my toes.
Yeah.
I'm close. I'm a couple inches away, but I've been working on this. And when I started doing this, when I would bend over, I would feel things all over my head that I knew wasn't right. That's all gone away too. I can now almost touch my toes, leave my head down between my knees for minutes, and don't feel anything.
And that goes back to when he was having those burst of pains. That's what that's all about. That's what that's about.
And because that's the roughest I am on my brain for the workouts I do, and nothing's happening now. I mean, it's whatever was going on is not going on anymore, which is a good thing. And my pulse is now between 70 and 80 all the time. I don't care if I just got out of bed or if I just ran a marathon. It's still between 70 and 80.
And it used to go between 60 and
it used to
120.
It used to stop for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds in a row at a time.
Yes.
And now and I actually thought I was out of AFib, so I went to my doctor last weekend, and he did an EKG and said, "No, you're still in AFib, but there's not a whole lot going on." It's just now when my heart beats, it beats in a rhythm, and then it might stop for a second, and then it would beat in a slightly slower rhythm or a slightly faster rhythm. But it's not a change where it's going from this speed to this speed over here. It's going from here to here.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. I'm impressed.
And has that had some sort of effects on your nervous system? Do you find that you are more calm or less stressed? Do you cope with stress a little bit better because now, you're not having so much like
I don't do being afraid or scared or nervous or anything like that. None of that doesn't happen a lot.
Eddie has always been extremely mellow, and he is mellow. The only time I'd see stress in him is with the cognitive short-term memory, when he asked me for the third time something. And I'm like, we just discussed that. And then it will be, a little bit of frustration.
Okay.
But
I remembered I wouldn't be asking her 3 times. So for her to point out and boom, hit me in the jaw and in the gut and a knife in the back. I won't ask any more questions, I promise. It's all right. I've done that. So we're very happy with what's going on. And if nothing else changed, I'd be happy. I thought I was out of AFib, but like I said, the heartbeat is now solidly for a couple of weeks, no matter what I'm doing or not doing, is between 70 and 80 beats per minute. That's the bottom line for me.
And I really feel between the ablations that he had, all the work that they did in there for the electronical work, that it's just beyond him going back into regular rhythm at this point. He went through a lot of procedures.
Yeah, there's some.
And they've damaged.
There's something with my heart where there's two arteries or veins or something going into each chamber. And in one of the chambers, the two are co-joined where they're not 2 0. If you looked they wouldn't be 2 zeros, they're a figure 8.
Yes.
And that's where all the problems coming from. There's nothing you can do about that, apparently. So,
Mm.
but we've got it under control as much as we can.
I think so.
So just to kind of recap, so memory has improved. Short-term memory is greatly improved, you would say.
Yes.
And brain fog is just gone or
That's gone as far as I can see.
You
It's
can.
amazing.
I do 18 different puzzles a day with all kinds of things from
Yeah,
one thing to
Dr.
another.
Cliff has him doing a lot of
Jesus
brain
Christ.
activities. It has helped tremendously.
and so
And another thing that we haven't even touched on is his reading ability. He had almost lost. I mean, he'd read like a robot. And now that he's been doing, that's another thing that Dr. Sanders has him do when he's wearing the headband. He has to read the whole time. So his
Out loud.
out loud. So his cognitive ability has shot through the roof. And you could tell when he read before, he's just reading the words. Now his comprehension is back. That to me is huge as well.
and then Marci, what has this meant for you to kind of see these improvements in Ed? And I'm sure you've also had
And everything, because I felt I was losing him. I
yes.
was losing, we've been together 44 years and he wasn't the same Ed. And he would just follow me around like a puppy. And he wouldn't order his own food. He wouldn't make decisions. That's where the fog lifting that I'm seeing is gone. We'd go to a restaurant and he'd tell the waiter, whatever you want, I'll have. He could not make up his own mind. I mean, those are just a few of the things, but that's what I considered the fog. And that to me is completely gone. So his personality has come back. His
Yeah.
quirky, funny, silly, goofy personality has come back. So that is wonderful for me.
Yeah, and that is huge because I'm, I ran maintenance crews my entire life. I was used to telling people what to do, boom, 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 really quickly. And now I was asking her, what should I have for lunch?
Right.
It's completely different.
And all of that is, yeah, definitely different. So it's been,
yeah.
to me, it's amazing. I still see work to do in the short-term memory loss. But like he said, the heart healing is, all of that's going up to the brain also and helping everything. And we're there. I mean, we've only been doing this for 20 weeks. That's a short amount of time, I think. So.
And have you used the Sarah system for yourself?
I have. And just real briefly for me, in 2018, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. I was put on anti-inflammatory pills and anti-inflammatory enemas that I had to do every other day. The pills were every day for 4 years. None of it did anything. In 2022, I started seeing a chiropractor, and within a month and a half, I stopped taking all my medications. I stopped taking all of that. The colitis, which was at 0, went up to about 60% better. I was shocked. And then from using the Thrive, it's shot up to about 95%. I'm close to being 100% of all of that being gone. I mean, it was horrendous what I don't know if you know.
We're both at 90 to 95% of our goals here. That's pretty good.
But it was horrendous. And then in 2023, I developed vertigo, which I'd never had. Well, since I did the Thrive, the vertigo has gone. So the headband, and that's not even something that I thought about or used it for, but all of a sudden I'm like, after, I don't know, 5 weeks, I'm like, oh my God, all that vertigo stuff is gone. And then in 2024, okay, I'm sorry. After having my last child, which was 36 years ago, I had a really low urine flow. I never thought anything about it. I've dealt with it for 36 years. From using the gut pad, I have not a normal flow, but all of a sudden, and it's something I woke up one day going, what is different? What is going on? I have a better urine flow. It's the oddest thing after 36 years of dealing with it, and then to realize that, oh, I haven't been peeing right.
It's been such a pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be in contact again.
Okay.
Anything you need, let us know.
And good luck with
Thank
your
you.
journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sharing.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.